Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever this message may find you. I have to get on here real quick. Talk about mental health, right? I always talk about mental health. Hell, this whole channel is based around mental health. But I have to touch on this because, like, I don't really hop on bandwagons. Like, I try not to be so like trendy, right, on my channel. Everybody, when they do channels, and I'm not coming for anybody, and that's what they do. That's their life's work, to spread news, right? But it's not necessarily mine. I'm all about growth, development. I never claim to be perfect, but I always want to be better than I was yesterday. Like, that's so important to me. So tonight I did something different than I normally do, right? And I was with a group of people that some really authentic people, right? And I appreciate like-minded, authentic people. Anybody who's close to me now these days that know me, they know that. And it's so funny how your past bumps into you, right? Bumps into you. But I gotta say, right? Mental health. It's so important till it's not even, it shouldn't even be an option to make mental health your priority, right? And I say that because I got to see tonight somebody that I think is amazing. Number one, amazing individual, right? Whom is always sharing light and love. Always happy, always smiling, right? And recently, the world, is talking about a loss that a lot of people had a lot to say about with Twitch, right? And I gotta say, I don't know Twitch personally, but I do know, I've seen him, like anybody else. Like, I've seen him dance, I've seen him whatever, right? And when I found out about his death, I was not only was I touched, I'm an empath, so it was not sitting right with me. It was bothering me, kept bothering me. And a lot of things go over my head a lot of times, right? Because I try to stay out of people's business. Like, I'm not one of those that be all in people's business, okay? I mean, I might know some things or whatever, but I try not to be all up in people's business. It's just not. And even in school, I don't be in the mix. I don't know what's going on. Stuff goes over my head. They used to call me airhead, spaced out and all that. I'm far from that, but that's just what ignorant people say when they don't know. But I'm out of the loop. I'm out of the loop that I don't want to be in. If it's not intriguing, I don't care to know. Even as an immature young teenager, I still There's a lot of things that would go over my head. I would have beef and didn't even know it. Literally. I would have beef. Chicks will run up on me. I don't even know what the hell, why we fight. I will fight them, but I don't even know what we fighting for. But let me not get off subject, right? Let's reel it back in. So, I don't get into too much, but it was touchy with me, you know, the passing of tWitch. Him, the stories of him, you know, everybody saying that he killed himself, right? And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, when you just look at it, right, you're just like, well, why did he do that? You know, a lot of people, and even my son's uncle killed himself. Like, I don't know, that's still, everybody, anytime somebody does suicide, it's always questioned, like, did he really kill himself, you know? So, I mean, that's the thing. But moving forward, tonight, I got to see firsthand somebody share that I know that I almost you couldn't tell me that this person wasn't a happy person, that wasn't balanced. And they expressed that they've been battling depression, right? And it's like, as women and men, we do not know. Like, people make it look good, man. I mean, this is another thing that said so much that we just overlook it. But people are fighting for their lives every day, mentally. There are so many things that haunt us from our past, traumas, and you are taught to just act like it's cool. Because the next person says, oh, well, I went through that. I'm straight. You know, I went through that too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, whatever you going through, you need to find the nearest person that you're comfortable with and talk to them. I'm talking about just talk to them. Don't put it all together like it's pretty. Like, don't do that. And then turn around and then you're not here today, gone tomorrow. Like, talk, cry, scream. Somebody that you really need to get in tune with, though, and get connected with, is God. And that's another thing that's said that's overlooked. People always co-signing and yesing and agreeing, but they're not really understanding what it really means to take it to God. You don't have to go to God and make up a good prayer to make it sound good and rhyme right. You need to get on there somewhere. I don't care where you at. And really get down to it. Man, I'm sad. That thing that happened to me, I'm hurting behind that shit. I ain't over it. You know? The thing that happened with me and Ray Ray last night, I'm not over that. My children, I'm not over that. You know, whatever. You need to talk about it, man. And I'm just saying that's because that could have been the difference between your life or your death. For us to not be able to find a safe space to say what's on our minds, to feel what we're feeling. Not to have a safe place to do that will drive you fucking crazy. And who wants to endure pain by themselves? Like, everybody is valuable in some way, shape, or form to this world, to this life. If you play any part in anyone's lives, as a mother, a father, a grandfather, a grandmother, a sister, a brother, whatever, you're important to somebody, somewhere. So before you get so far gone and you want to just off yourself, like, man, it has to be a conversation. It has to be something that you can do about it. Like, it has to be. I know that we make it look good. I've talked to my aunt about this recently. I've talked to a lot of older women about this recently, how we hold it all together, right? I'm 39. I'm approaching 40, right? But I'm sure there are women up under me that think that I got it all together. I'm sure somewhere somebody just be like, oh, she, Julie, and it's just like, if you only knew. If you only knew. But it's like, I'm not gonna kill myself, right? But I'm just saying, I have been in some very low, dark places where I felt so bad. I'm talking about bad is an understatement. So, for all the people out there that are in a space where you're just like, it's hurting, and I don't want to hurt anymore, and you don't want to, and you think that the answer is to, like, end your life. If you're still breathing, it's not time. Please don't think that it's okay for you to make those type of decisions. Please don't think that your life doesn't matter. Please don't think that what you have to offer is not needed. It might be something that is so simple to you that you do easy. But people need it. You know what I'm saying? That small thing that you know how to do, somebody out there needs that to give them the light so they can give their light. You understand what I'm saying? I want you to pick up what I'm putting down. The thing that you know how to do, that you offer, the thing that comes the easiest to you, that thing is somebody else's inspiration. It's somebody else's light. Somebody else is somewhere like, oh, you do it the best. Somebody who's going to think that nobody does it better than you. Somebody. There's a group of people that need what you have. And before you wreck all of that shit that you have to offer with drugs and alcohol and having meaningless sex, opening yourself up to diseases, through eating too much, eating the wrong foods, not exercising. Like, before you just off yourself, because offing yourself is two ways. You can be living and dying and be a walking dead person. You could be literally just existing. Okay, so that's the same thing. But giving up on life and just existing, and then also giving up on life and blowing your head off, is the same thing. Yes, one is more permanent than the other, but at the same time, you're still not offering your gifts. And those are both altogether the same thing. My heart goes out to anybody who wants to give up. Have you ever seen that meme where he's like chipping away at the thing, and the thing that he wants the most is like literally right behind the wall, right? But for some reason, he don't know. He don't feel it. He don't feel it. He feel like he just want to give up. And it's like, you give up right when it's about to be over. Like, why do we do that? Or like when you're working out and you're in the last set, you like, it's like, baby, as soon as they say 20 seconds, you be like, that means stop to me, goddamn. And it's like, no. Hold on. Hold what you got. Don't give up. Okay, because we're in the fourth quarter. Like, don't give up. You're about to win. Like that Twitch thing. I don't know him. But that thing been hitting me like. I feel like some things that we think are so important. Like, and I bring up this, and I'm just gonna touch 15 minutes. I'm gonna touch on this, but there was something so small. I'm gonna just say this real quick. I witnessed somebody making something way bigger than what it had to be when I was young. And death is so permanent. You know, a lot of these problems that we have are not permanent problems, but we come up with permanent solutions. And it's not even like, that's not even like, like, it's like, why did you do that? Why? You know what I'm saying? I know you thought that you had to. I know you, in your mind, you thought this was the way to go, right? And I don't know. I don't know if Twitch killed himself. I don't know if he did or he didn't. I know today I seen somebody that I know you couldn't have told me that this person was unhappy. And I always loved that card when Cardi B had took up for Offset, because see, the way I'm set up, and a lot of men, I'm just touch on this real quick and I'm out. I just keep saying that. Touch them real quick. No permanent solutions for temporary problems, okay, guys? Like, you don't go, you think something's about to be real serious, and then you make it even more serious by the bullshit that you choose to do for the solution of that, you know? Like, I've seen a girl think she was in such big trouble, and her mom's trying to help her get out of the trouble, but she's like, look, you gotta face it, and then she ends up killing her mom. So then you went from a small crime to like life. Like, I seen that in real life. Like, I seen that in real life. So you went from a small crime to a big crime. But even with men, Offset, I'm sure that he fucked up, right? We know he's in the industry. He's got women throwing themselves at him. You know, he's married now. He's got children. But my thing is, right, with Offset, I'm pretty sure he has the relationship with Cardi B where, you know, he just tell her. He tell her first before somebody else tell her. And I really, and I think men always love to say, and you know who you are out there, that says, oh, you women don't want to hear the truth, which is the furthest thing from a lie. Okay? That's the furthest thing from a lie. You women don't want to hear the truth. I don't know what women they're dealing with who says that, but, you know, to each his own. But real women that's like really like solid women, we want to know the truth. And I got men in my life that can tell you that. They didn't know that at the time about me, but they know it after. They know it when it's too late, right? Always. But Offset probably kept a G with Cardi, right? Said, you know, babe, like, I fucked up, I messed up, I had sex with so and so, blah blah blah, all right? Boom. But I really like the statement she dropped when everybody was trying to clown him and go crazy because he cheated on her or whatever. He probably cheated. I think it was maybe the second time or whatever, it went viral. And she was like, look, y'all quit bashing him. He's the father of my kid. At this time, she only had one child. She's the father of my child, and he's my husband. Like, and this is my personal life. I'm gonna work it out how I'm gonna work it out, how I see fit. But she was like, y'all don't be doing that. Like, niggas kill themselves over this shit. And I love how she did that, because you have to care about people's mental health, especially people that you love. And if you don't care about their mental health, then you don't care about them. You don't love them. You love yourself more than you love them. Super facts. But to anybody who watching this that thinks I'm an unforgiving woman, you can kick rocks barefoot, fresh out the bathtub. Okay. Yeah. But because you don't know me, you ain't get to know me in that way. But the ones that do know me, that know that I'm solid like that, yeah, you got to keep it real with me. You got to be authentic, and then you get those types of reactions. But you're going to get the other reaction when you come at me fake. But I'm saying that to say mental health matters, and I care about that. I care about mine. I care about other people's. I care about my son. I care about my daughter's mental health. I send them videos all day long. I get on their nerves. It's almost to the point where they probably like, oh, she's sending something else. Because I care about mental health. That's like that's numero uno priority. I'm a plant-based chef, but numero uno priority is mental health. Because it's all one thing. It aligns up from what you put in your mind to who you deal with, your environment, to what you consume every day. What you put in your mouth, what you eat, what's affecting you on a cellular level. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and touch on this because, man, go check on people that you think is really happy and doing really, really well. Check on them. And I know you have to find ways to check on people that are in dark places, because they're not going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be like, I'm over here depressed, highly depressed. I don't think they're going to just say that, you know? So be mindful, you know? Surround yourself with authentic people that don't mind elevating mentally, that want to have a meeting of the minds, like that do not mind taking everything off and being vulnerable and coming to you, you know, in these moments. Like some of the realest people in the world are the most clowned and frowned upon. And I don't even like to use the word real, because real, that word has been so it's been stepped on, because it's not the definitions of real these days is I don't even know what they own. You know what I'm saying? But life is full of shit. Okay? Life is full of shit that you're going to have to go through. And we have to figure out ways to work together to help each other up. You know, hold my hand and pull me up. You see me down, I pull you up. Vice versa. But we can't do that fake shit. That faking shit, can't nobody help you when you're doing that. If you're not even being real with yourself, how in the world is you gonna get to the problem and fix that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not no leg up with that. It's never a leg up. You're gonna stay stuck always. We're approaching the new year, what you all call the new year. Till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all.